Ladies and gentlemen, it is time we talk some WWE 2K26 as we got another update, one of those that I like to call the live updates. But there's a lot to go on ahead and get into, but before we get into everything, we want to talk about the fact that there is a Ringside Pass interview coming with Cornell, a WWE 2K dev. He's already been on the channel prior to WWE 2K26 releasing, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that as it is going to drop pretty soon. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get it. First things first, man, we gotta go into the live events because obviously this is the life, you know what I'm saying, of my faction, right? And the first thing that we're gonna notice is that we're getting some new live events tomorrow. Not as many as people usually like to see, but we are getting strange alliances from the new extreme packs, and this is going to give you an extreme pack, a superstar series 1 pack, and 500 my faction points, and then you're going to get a deluxe extreme pack. And one thing that I have heard lately, especially from other creator friends and just people in general, is that the odds have gotten better over the last couple of weeks. And even if you're getting like rewards from the live events, you're also getting a really nice shot at pulling something really good. So that is also a good thing as well, because one thing that people have complained about the last couple years that my faction has existed is how the odds are, especially for persona cards and things like that. So personally, I would love to see that continue to improve. And you know, if odds are getting better, then I want prices to get better as well. I think that there's still a ways to go aside from making pack odds better. Just the economy for my faction definitely needs to just get cheaper as a whole. I still feel that $100 have a shot at a persona card, that's a lot of money in my opinion, but the odds getting better is obviously something to go on ahead and talk about, because that was a big topic of discussion at one point as well. Now we see that we are getting the Demon Time oddities. We'll have to see, is this like a random oddity? Again, we'll have to see what that means. We'll go into collections in a bit and find out what's going on in collections. We have Zarya and we also have New Jack, as you guys can see. So Zarya, Amethyst, live events card. That is also something that we are going to see. 87 overall Sid Justice, but you need to have all the personas, and Rhea Ripley is a collection reward, and I'm pretty sure everybody else is a collection reward in here. That Amethyst Penta card art, though, that looks sick. I'm not going to lie. Trish Stratus 03, also her persona card you need to use to get this Sid Justice. That's probably the highest Amethyst I've seen yet, but Lex Luger getting at us right here, and this Zarya, okay, this Zarya is in relation to this. So you need Braun Breaker, Ilya Dragunov, Stone Cold, which Stone Cold was in the live event a couple weeks ago, Braun Breaker as well. I mean, all these cards were attainable, but you can get Lex Luger, and I wonder what this card looks like in terms of badges. So nothing too crazy. I'm not too familiar with all the badges and all that stuff, because again, I like to play universe mode more than anything, but seeing, you know, people have the opportunity to get some really dope Amethyst cards is also pretty cool as well. And this Sid Justice, I really do hope that at some point we get the persona card for Sid, get another version of Sid. But this one right here, again, pretty cool. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at these live events. It always helps, especially with the way that my faction has been over this year. And I don't believe we got any updates for World Tour, because I haven't seen anybody talking about it on the timeline. I know that we got a couple of locations added, so we'll have to see, you know, if there's anything extra, but it doesn't look like it. We usually cover this every time, and we usually know when they go live. Props to them for keeping, you know, my faction as updated as it can be, honestly, you know, so that is also a pretty good thing. Weekly towers, y'all, that is something that we honestly haven't done. I mean, on PlayStation, I've done quite a couple of weeks, but tokens, packs, again, it's one of those things that I haven't really found worth it, but it's crazy to think that we're already in week 15. Going on to week 16. But let's go ahead and take a look at these packs, y'all. Let's see what is good. Card market update. We know that we got that. Brock, still the same price. So these rubies have not changed in price. I wonder, once the amethysts get introduced to the market, are we going to see these prices drop? Probably not right away, but we'll have to see what happens. At 1.2 years ago, they gave us like 50% off the entire market. I hope that they do some sort of fire sale like that where we can get 50% off and go crazy, because there I would probably invest a little bit of money to, you know, get some of these persona cards such as Brock, get the John Cena, the Booker T. Like, I would go and do that. So hopefully we do see that in the future, because that is something that I think we could benefit from, and they could benefit from as well. I think people would spend the money, honestly, you know, especially for those cards like Jade and Liv that we still don't have, and they're one of those cards that you need for the collection. So hopefully that is something that happens. That fire sale was great 2 years ago. I don't think we got one last year. But we see Demon Finn Balor, the Manifestation. I'm not a fan of these cards making it in as Persona cards, but some people may like them. There has to be, again, some statistic in the back that makes it known to them that people want these and like these, because personally, I don't get the hype behind putting these type of cards inside of packs or the card market or my faction, but I get that you just have to throw some filler in there for collections and things like that. But I feel like the roster is big enough where you can continue to up the collection number without having to add these. I don't want to say pointless, because some people might enjoy them, but to me, they're definitely pointless. I mean, no doubt about it. Let me know down below how you guys feel about these cards being in packs and, you know, being worth something, right? I just think that it kind of takes you out of it. That's more like an island thing for me, but my faction has proven to just kind of try different things over the years and add those characters that look like that over the years. But we have Finn Balor here, which I do kind of like. This reminds me of Mutiny, bro, but I don't think he was part of the Mutiny storyline, if I'm not mistaken. He got the black and white going on. I really like this Finn Balor. Is it something for me to go out there and pull packs on? I don't know. Hopefully we do continue to get some fire stuff through the ringside pass for those that are not spending money on my faction, because that's just the way that I feel. Honestly, I'm not spending no money unless there is, again, like a fire sale or something of that nature. Just really hard for me to justify spending money on these Persona cards, just because, again, the amount of money that it requires is just a lot. That's just where I'm at with that. Now, we got the token market, which still hasn't been updated. I assume that the Amethyst card rewards will come soon, because we are already getting like nice live event Amethyst cards. So hopefully those Amethyst cards do make it in, and we're not waiting as long as we did for the Rubies, because we waited nearly 2 months for Rubies to make their way into, I think, over 2 months. So hopefully we don't have to wait as long for that. Let's go ahead and see if we got anything. But okay, we got the Penta, so that's where the Penta is coming from. Okay, you still got to spend some bread though, and this is a Penta that we had last year. So again, we go back to using content that we've seen before to charge players for, and mostly content that people have already paid for last year. You know what I mean? Like, I know that a lot of forms of Ultimate Team modes do the same thing technically, because every year you pay for the same player and you do that type of thing. But for attires, man, it just leaves such a bad taste in my mouth. Like, I can't even lie to y'all. Like, it's one of those things, bro, where hopefully we can find a balance. You know, like if these cards could make their way into something else or make them free, but you still got to chase them. It's just tough, like reusing them, something that we've already had in the past, and doing it again. And this is something that we've talked about a couple of times on this channel, maybe more than a couple of times, but I feel like it's always worth mentioning every time that I see something like this happen. So that's where I'm at with that. But overall, y'all, another My Faction update in the books. Let's go on ahead and see, when are we getting new packs for, you know what I'm saying, My Faction, because that is also something as well that, you know, we have to see. So we're getting new packs next week again. So, hey, man, at least they're giving us new packs every week right now for the last 2 weeks, and then next week as well is guaranteed. So we'll have to see what we get on that, y'all. But this is going to be it for me today. If you guys have been enjoying the content, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.